Have you heard a good book today? Magic Media shows the way. Come along, listen and look to a Magic Media talking book. Turn a page and hear the band. You're in Magic Media land, where you hear the children say,
Have you heard a good book today?
Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Magic. All ready to enjoy your Magic Media talking story? Just follow along in your book with the storyteller, and when you hear this signal, turn the page. Now, let's begin.
This is the story of Funny Bunny. Once there was a little bunny with very long, floppy ears. His ears were so long and looked so funny that everyone called him Funny Bunny. Poor Funny Bunny. He could hardly walk without tripping over his ears. Sometimes, when he drank at the brook, his ears fell into the water and got soaking wet. One day, when Funny Bunny was walking in the forest, his ears got caught in a thicket. No matter how hard he tried, he could not free himself.
Help! Help! He cried.
Two bluebirds heard him calling and flew from their nest to see what was the matter. They grasped Funny Bunny's ears in their beaks and gently lifted them from the thicket. As Funny Bunny walked home, the birds flew above him and held his ears high in the air so that he wouldn't trip and fall. When the animals in the forest saw Funny Bunny's ears sticking straight up, they laughed and laughed. Even Funny Bunny's sisters and brothers could not stop giggling when he walked by. Funny Bunny was very unhappy. It was bad enough having strange-looking ears, but it was much worse being laughed at, especially by his brothers and sisters. That night, after everyone had gone to bed, Funny Bunny decided to run away. He packed some carrots into a small cloth bag, then jumped out of the bedroom window and made his way down the narrow path that led to the forest. Funny Bunny had never been in the forest at night. It was cold and dark, and everywhere he turned, he heard strange noises. Twice, he tried to go back home, but he couldn't find the right path. He wished that he had stayed in his nice warm bed. Tired and frightened, he sat down on a tree stump and started to cry.
"Who is there?" said a voice in the darkness.
Funny Bunny looked up and saw a large owl staring down at him.
I'm Funny Bunny, and I'm running away from home, he said.
"Why are you running away?" asked the owl.
Funny Bunny said tearfully.
Everyone laughs at me because I have such long, funny ears.
The wise old owl replied,
"But I think your ears are quite handsome. They make you with such long ears, you can hear better than anyone else in the forest."
Funny Bunny, don't you cry. Wipe away those tears. Always hold your head up high and be proud of your handsome ears.
Funny Bunny smiled and dried his tears. Then he laid down on a pile of leaves and soon fell fast asleep. It was almost daybreak when Funny Bunny awoke. In the distance, he heard a loud crash of thunder. Then he heard a sound that made him tremble with fear. He listened again very carefully. Then he called to the owl, who was still sleeping soundly.
Wake up! Wake up!
"Who is calling me?" asked the sleepy owl.
It's me, Funny Bunny. You must get out of bed quickly. There's a fire in the forest.
I don't see any fire, said the owl, and I can see better in the dark than anyone in the forest.
But there is a fire, insisted Funny Bunny. I heard it with my own ears.
So the owl flew high up in the sky and saw smoke filtering through the trees.
You're right. I can see it now. Hurry. We must warn the other animals.
Funny Bunny raced through the forest, calling as loud as he could.
Wake up and run to the clearing! The forest is on fire!
One by one, the animals awoke and ran to the large clearing on the other side of the brook. Funny Bunny waited until he was sure that all of the animals were safely out of the forest. Then he swam across the brook to the clearing. When the animals saw him coming, they shouted and cheered.
Hooray for Funny Bunny, our hero!
No one was prouder of Funny Bunny than his brothers and sisters. They formed a circle around him and danced and sang. Somehow, his ears didn't look funny anymore, and they never laughed at him again.
Funny Bunny, now we know your ears aren't all that bad. We love you just the way you are. You're the best friend we ever had. Funny Bunny, now we see we shouldn't laugh at you. We love you just the way